Hello, Genesis. Dad here. Today we're going to talk about respect and love for animals. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't have love and respect for animals. And now there's so many different types of mammals, reptiles, mammals, insects. And obviously, we usually judge animals on aesthetics and how they look. And if they're cute, we love them. If they're not cute, which is a standard, we don't love them. Obviously, you're not going to see a cockroach and be, oh, that's cute, because we tend to watch things or hear from other people that they're not cute. So we have this stigma in our mind that tells us that cockroaches are ugly. Other things, like you might see snakes and other things. So obviously, I think it's more or less about aesthetics than it is to the dangers that animal can cause you. Let's just say a snake, for an example. There are venomous snakes, and to determine which snakes are venomous and what are not, fortunately nowadays is very easy to determine, but you would have to get a photo and you would have to look it up, via Google or ask other people. Where back in the days, either you read about the snake in a book or you didn't know. There's also others like spiders. There's some spiders that are venomous. And then there's other animals that particularly would eat a human, maybe not alive, but maybe a deceased human, such as a bear. And if you come across a bear, you might say, oh, that's a cute bear, let me go touch and pet it. No, you're not going to want to do that. So the title of this video is Love and Respect for Animals, but also to have acknowledgement of which animals are dangerous and which are not. So when I was a kid, I didn't have respect for animals. And let me explain that. So when I was a kid, my father allowed me to have a BB gun. And in this gun, it had little circle plastic pellets. And I would go outside and shoot the lizards and kill the lizards. This isn't right. Killing an animal for no reason in its own natural habitat is wrong. I was wrong, but I was a child that my parents and my father personally didn't tell me to stop doing that because he didn't have care and love for animals like I do. So as you grow up, Genesis, it's best that we respect and love animals and show them just compassion, especially ones that are in shape or in a specific shape. So maybe one day you visit I forgot the name of it, where they keep all the shelters. You visit the shelters and you want to help out a pet shelter and give back to the community. That's great to help out other animals. You see an animal sick on the road and you want to help it, as long as you're not endangering your own life and you want to call animal control, go for it, because you're actually helping out an animal. So loving and caring about animals is great. We should never just kill and hurt animals for no reason. Now keep in mind, we do eat animals for nutritional purposes. However, we're not going to be the ones killing the animals, mutilating them and then eating them. That's done in the back end of it, which I don't necessarily like. And to be honest with you, I personally only eat fish, which is salmon, and turkey meat, which is turkeys. I tend not to eat cow, tend not to eat pork, I tend not to eat any other red meat whatsoever, because it's really not good for you. And I don't really like to see cows. I don't like to see any animals, hurt or mutilated. But if anything, I don't like to see cows and pigs and bigger animals hurt for food purposes. I don't even really like chickens or fish either, but it's less hurtful to me personally. Not that a chicken's life is less important than a cow's life, or a pig's life is less important than a chicken's life. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But your Aunt Tara, she is a vegan and she really cares about animals, and that is why she stopped eating animals almost 10 years ago. So I'm not telling you to be a vegan, because a vegan diet can also be dangerous as well, because like I said, there's special nutrition in animals that it's really hard to get from a vegan diet. You'll really have to supplement, which would be very, very expensive, and I don't know personally how healthy that it is. So like I said, I have respect and love for animals, and I really hope you do as well. I know you as a 3-year-old little girl right now love to beat up my dogs, but even though they're very, very good with you, and I know deep down that you love them and care about them, but you just think that, you know, that's fun, and I get it because you're a kid. But when you're growing up, realize that you should never ever hurt animals, and you should always love and cherish and respect animals. And remember, when you want a pet one day, that if you ever do want your own pet, you fully need to take care of your pet. Meaning, if you ask for something, you have to be responsible for something, and you have to prove that you can take care of an animal. Don't just be like, I want this because I want this and I want this, because a lot of kids get the animal that they want, the parents get them the animal, and then the kids end up not taking care of the animal. So I'm just letting you know now that one day in the future, when you ask me for an animal, I'm just saying, be prepared to take care of it. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I love you.